Good morning. This is going to be kind of an unusual hunt. This is Buck, my new Springer Spaniel. And someplace around here is Scamper, my 13-year-old Springer Spaniel, who has been my son, who has been my companion, who's been my protector, who's been my hunting dog for so many seasons now, and it's been the most incredible relationship I can tell you. I've never been with a dog so good, and I've never been with a dog that loved me so much and me him. It's been quite the deal. And unfortunately, going on 13, if you take that times 7, it gives you an idea how far past his golden years he is. This may be the last fall for him to ever hunt. God, I hate to say those words, but it might. He's almost deaf. He's got arthritis. It's a sad thing, and yet his eagerness to hunt is God willing, you'll see when we flush some grouse up, is no different than it ever was. So today is going to be kind of the passing of the torch for the next few days here, as Buck and Scamper get to go on their first hunt together, and the old master gets to teach the young boy what's going on. And I get to watch with warm spots in my heart for both of them, and hopefully a shotgun eye that is on, because I know what kind of crap Scamper gives me if I miss a bird. Excited? My God, we get to go after the birds. Our dogs don't live in kennels. I mean, they're not just for hunting. They're part of the family. Come on, Buck. Hey, you've never hunted in the woods before. You had a heavy buck. They did all the training with you with the grass. You'll catch on. To me, dogs are meant to be family dogs. They're meant to be part of your family. They're meant to be part of your heart, and they become it. Right here's where we shot our first grouse together, Scamp. First time I hunted with Scamper was 7.5 months old, and we shot our limit of grouse that day, and Scamp was in heaven. He was having so much fun flushing the birds, full of energy like Buck is right now. There you go. I think Buck is going to make a great dog. He's got a passion that won't quit, that's obvious. Look at him go over those logs, through that stuff. Just like old Scamp had. Like Scamp still does, only can't go as fast, that's all. Buck, in here. Reminds me of Scamp so much. Checking out every little covey. Good boy. Fetch it up. Good boy, Scamp. Okay, hey, we got one. Scamp is amazing. Drop. He's just been an amazing dog. Good boy. That's a nice little rough, but it started with a real good trainer.
Hey, Buck. How you doing, buddy?
And I think that that's crucially important. You know, some guys have the ability and the time to work with their dogs on a daily basis and train them themselves.
Come here.
My schedule does not allow for that.
Good job.
So there's just no chance of doing it, and I trust the Pine Shadow Kennels tremendously. They've trained both of these guys, and they're the best Springer kennel in the country. Dead bird! Oh, good boy. Fetch him up, Buck. Your first woodcock, huh? You don't know what these are? Called timber doodles. Look at those long beaks. They probe down in the ground for worms, and they're a wonderful little game bird. Yeah. Well, we better keep going. We don't have much daylight left. As the old cowboys would say, we're burning daylight. Hunt them up, Buck. Come on. I've had labs all my life, but then you came into our life, and I fell in love with Springer Spaniels, didn't I? Because of you. I can't believe how hard you guys are working for me. And we can't find grouse. 2 flushes. The amount you guys have covered, we've had such a great grouse population every year. but the weather will take them out. I think tomorrow we're going to try and hunt pheasants and maybe not even bother the grouse. If there's this few, then I would just as soon leave everything here for seed. Well, we're hopefully going to give them another lesson today. This is going to be Buck's first day ever to hunt pheasants. And the pheasant season is not open in Minnesota, but even if it was, I think I'd do exactly what I'm doing. We're over at Little Moran Hunting Club by Staples, Minnesota, a place I've hunted at a number of different times. Anyway, this is going to be about Scamper teaching Buck how to hunt pheasants and teach him the next phase, if you will. So welcome to Little Moran Hunting Club in our Pheasant Express for the day. Yeah, this will be a new adventure, won't it? You smelling pheasants? Huh? Well, God willing, you're going to be here soon. Okay, boys. Buck, let's hunt them up. Hunt them up. Nose to the ground, Buck. Good boy. Oh boy, he's birdie now. Just did one of those Springer pounces. Fetch him up, Buck. On a game farm like we're doing right now, it might be roosters or it might be hens, and it doesn't matter. They're perfectly legal here. This is about training. And here he comes. He found the bird and he watched it down and marked it. Come and got it. Buck. Drop. Drop. Well, Buck was trained, the same people that trained Scamper, but trained on upland, on grouse and pheasant scent and so forth. But this is his first time to ever go out and actually, come on Buck, and actually get a chance to go out and smell a pheasant out, watch him come up in the air, have somebody shoot him, mark the bird, and go get it like he just got done doing. He did great. I was so happy with him on that. Come on, boy. No bird. Come. And there's what's wonderful about my Garmin. I just hit tone. There was no stimulation necessary. He knows tone, and if he doesn't obey, then he'll get stimulation. So he just obeys instantly on tone, and that's what a good training caller is about. Okay, hunt him up. Now you're starting to go, Buck. Oh, Buck is really birdie. Find him. Find him. Good boy, Buck. Good boy, Scamp. Do you have him, Scamp? I'm sure. Oh yeah, Dad, I got him. And I know you're always the guy, aren't you? Beautiful bird. You're still in competition with the world, aren't you? Arthritis, no hearing and everything. But there's nothing wrong with his spirit. There's nothing wrong with his nose. He can't run like he used to. But you're doing pretty good. You beat Buck to the bird, didn't you? Hunt him up. Hunt him up. Good boy, Buck. Dead bird. Good boy, Buck. Good boy. You found him? That was fabulous. Do I have another Scamper on my hands? Huh? Do we have another boy that's going to be as good? I can tell you this much already. He loves it every bit as much as Scamp ever did. The both of them out here having competition after a retrieve, but I understand at the same time, Scamp has been my boy for so many years. He's retrieved Dad's birds. This has been a wonderful exercise for the boys, a chance for them to get out. So hopefully the last 3 days of grouse, woodcock, and pheasant have been the training grounds and the proving grounds for that young man over there who is still hunting to get a better grip on what this is all about. I think I got me a new Scamp, and I still got an old one, and I wouldn't trade you for all of the tea in China, mister. All right, let's go. Come on, boys. Now to change things up a bit, Greg Kaiser's about to share a really exciting spring gobbler crossbow hunt at a place many turkey hunters haven't even considered yet, but definitely should. It's at the town of Walkerton in southern Ontario with Wingfeather Outfitters. Hunters stay in the luxury and full-service accommodations of the Best Western Plus Walkerton East Ridge Hotel, which is known for catering to visiting hunters like nobody's business. It's the local place where sportsmen gather. Of course, choosing to hunt with his Excalibur crossbow only adds to the thrill of a wild turkey hunt. But why don't I just let Greg take us through his Ontario turkey adventure from here?
The restoration process of the wild turkey in southern Ontario was really a great success story. They started by relocating 247 turkeys from the United States into that southern Ontario region in the early 80s, and now the flock is almost 100,000 birds.
So we'll just get down into this bottom.
It's middle of May, a little bit later in the turkey season, so the turkeys are really henned up. The gobblers are with their hens, they're really established, and the morning hunts are not that great. They're coming off the roost and going with the hens, but by mid-morning, they're interested in doing a little searching and moving around. Boy, they're way out there.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. The bird's workable.
Think we can get on them on that little bitty?
If we hurry right down this line, we can get on them.
When Dale said we could sneak in, I thought he was nuts. I didn't think there was a chance. Well, we took his advice and we got in along the fence line and we got all the way in. There's a little patch of timber out in the middle of the section and he was on the other side of it.
He should be up in this green field. Hopefully he stays on the other side of that.
So it's wide open agricultural and there's a patch of timber in the middle of the section where the farmers have piled their rocks for years. There is no cover other than this piece of brush, and we used that to block his vision, and as in turn then we weren't able to see him either. So once we got close, we made a couple calls to locate and see if he was still responsive and make sure he was still there.
He's right here. We gotta get set up real quick.
So as we got to the area, we had made the assumption that the turkey would come around from the right side. And so I set up on a tree with a decoy out in the corner of the cornfield, fully expecting him to come from the right side. We had the decoy set out in front. I was on the sticks out in the open, guarded from my right. Everything was perfect. Dale set up on my left. Dale started to call. And from the left comes this gobbler. And we were pinned down. I had nowhere to go. So as I'm set up on the sticks, pointed in the general direction of the decoy, and I couldn't move. I was pinned down. I was wide open, completely exposed, and I didn't even feel like I could blink. Turkey was about 50 yards away, and with their eyesight, you can't make a mistake. So I just stayed eyes forward on the sticks, hoping that he would close the distance. And eventually I had to take it off the sticks and make a slow move, but I was able to see through my peripheral vision that he was turning away and a little less interested. It gave me the opportunity to get the shot. Unbelievable. Oh, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. I got on these sticks and I didn't think I could get turned on him and he didn't want to come any closer. Goodness, that is fantastic. Oh boy, Excalibur took him out. Fantastic. Do you believe that?
I told you it'd work.
We saw him out there in the field. I didn't think there was any way we were going to get him to come over here. I've hunted turkeys all over the place, and when I learned about the Canadian birds and the opportunity to do it and the population that they have there, their whole program, I really got excited about it, and what a unique experience. Look at the color. That's a beautiful, beautiful eastern. How much fun is that?
Oh, you can't beat it.
You're a lucky man
Oh,
to
yeah.
do this every day. That's awesome.
I wish turkey season was a little longer.
You know, when I was contemplating an overall theme for today's show, the notion of training jumped into my mind. Clearly, ongoing dog training is critical in the making of a seasoned gun dog.
Down.
In regimented form, it begins early for a pup, and training continues throughout that dog's entire life. That's what brings out the inbred potential of fine hunting breeds like our dogs Scamper and Buck. And what a joy it is as an owner to watch all of those innate skills come to fruition. But my friends, training sure doesn't stop here. There are all of the things we as hunters must train for to be able to do well at such a long list of outdoor skills. You shouldn't go out wing shooting for ruffed grouse without having learned to instinctively snap shoot or pull a bead on a flushing rooster without knowing where to place it. And though today's modern Excalibur crossbows are extremely easy to learn how to shoot well, continual practice until every action becomes instinctive is hugely important. Success at types of hunting demands proper, continual training from hunters of all ages. It's by doing so that blind luck is replaced by confidence and skill, whether it be taking a shot by any means, training hunting dogs, learning to call, mastering scent elimination, tracking, or whatever other task one wants to mention within the gigantic realm of hunting. Thankfully, training and mastering all those skills is a huge part of the fun contained in the sport. Just remember, perfect practice makes perfect, whatever the case may be. I'm Babe Winkelman. Thanks so much for watching today, and until next time, everybody, hey, good hunting.